Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you're new here, I am LeeApocrypha, and it is a pleasure to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back, Soul Family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope the holidays were good for everybody. Happy belated Merry Christmas, New Year's, Yule, whatever it is that you celebrate or whatever it is that you do or don't do. Happy that. Hopefully it went well. It's a new year. Happy New Year. All of that as well. So it has been a while since I've been around. But yeah, so here I am. We'll go ahead and I'll show you some of the decks that I'll be using today. We'll get started with Singing Bowl, and then yeah. So for the decks, I will be using Angel Tarot. This one was a Christmas gift from one of my family members. And then I will be using this one, Cats Rule the Earth, which was a Christmas gift from my fiance. And then I will be using the Alchemy Elements, which was a deck that was lent to me. I'm just borrowing this one. And I recently bought this one, the Runes box. So this one's a little misleading. It has less than 36 cards technically, but I won't get into that. But so far, so good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We have the Palo Santo going. I have my Singing Bowl closer by, so I don't have to get up and get it. But let's go ahead and breathe together. Let's see what's gonna come out today. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and move this over here. Okay, so I'll get started with the Angel Tarot. I'll go ahead and put this aside. I have no clue what today is gonna bring, but let's find out. Okay, so I have shuffled these already. All of these decks have been shuffled, but this one hasn't been reversed yet, so we'll go ahead and reverse some of the deck today as well. I love these gold edges. I wonder if my occult tarot is a dupe because it doesn't have the red edges, or if that was just a special edition. But I digress. Okay. We have the Fool in reverse. It's just this card, yes. The Exalting God. forgive me, I will most likely pronounce some of these wrong. Vehua. I probably butchered that, but we have here what looks like a Cupid type of cherub. It says, will and new beginnings assist with difficult and great undertakings. But we did have this one here in reverse, the Fool in reverse. So I feel like some of you, although it is a new year, you have not taken that new step that you've been wanting to take, or that plan that you have been telling yourself that you will execute. Things have been starting off pretty slow for you. Now we had the Ten of Cups immediately fly out. This is God Master of the universe. Divine warrior confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. This is beautiful. I'm sorry if you could hear a kiki in the background. Ten of Cups upright. I feel for some of you, maybe this has been a desire to have a new beginning, or kind of like take the next step in a career or in a love relationship, or something within your family, your home life, something with your friends. There has been a slow start to something, or a fear of taking a leap of faith and moving forward. Probably if you are just going out together, then maybe if you're just dating, then being boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whichever way that it goes. If you are already in a relationship, this may be in regards to getting engaged. If you're already engaged, this may be in regards to getting married. If this is something within your family, maybe it is about moving out, moving into your own home, building your own home. Maybe this is for somebody within your own business as well. Let's see what these cards are. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. This is the God of Trinity. It says, mission protects against slander and impious people. This angel seems pretty lethargic. And we did have this card in reverse. And then I felt this card as well, the Ace of Cups. God, the King of Heaven. It says rejuvenation, obtains the mercy of God and gives long life. Okay. And under the deck, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. It says, God, the hope of all earth, ritual and ceremony can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. In reverse, but I'll show you upright. Like a Valkyrie here. Some of you have been keeping too much to yourself. This is about moving out of that lethargy, that procrastination, charging forward towards that Ten of Cups, that desire for stability, for love, for grounding of positive situations, for growing, expanding, and evolving in your life, your relationships, in your business, your career. Some of you may have been too far into your own situations that you have not been really moving forward towards what it is that you really desire. You may have been taking very slow steps, maybe not as steadily as you have been planning or wanting or thinking or debating on, or whatever the case is. If this is in regards to spiritual practice, it could be that as well. Maybe you made like a New Year's resolution, whether you actually did make the resolution or it was just like an unspoken desire of yours to get more into it for the new year. I definitely see that here. It's time for you to charge forth in what makes you feel fulfilled, loved, inspired, etc. But there's also a need to be aware of how you come off to others, how you speak, how you communicate. Perhaps you push people away, perhaps your communication style is very off-putting to people. So it doesn't necessarily mean like, don't think you have to change who you are, but this is definitely saying just be mindful of how you come off. I just saw 1111. How you come off, because you may not be getting the same, how can I say, people are not receiving you in the same way that you mean to be received. So let's say you have pure intentions, you have good intentions, you're being open and honest with how you feel, but there's some people that feel some type of way. However, it could be something that could be hindering your progress. So it is important in this certain situation here. It may be something that is kind of keeping you from moving forward. Perhaps you've been a lot in your mind about relationships or friendships or coworker dynamics that are going on in your life right now. I feel like this may be a side message, but I feel like for some of you, you want to be seen, taken care of, appreciated. You want things to be reciprocated, whether that's in your family life, your love life, your friendships, your coworker dynamics. You just want things to be balanced, where everyone is doing what they need to do or what they say they're going to do. But also this desire to have an open line of communication where you guys can look each other in the eyes and be open and honest with how you feel, in order for you guys to work through what it is that needs to be worked through. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the alchemy elements. Let's see. By the way, for those of you who do not know, information, disclaimers, and decks will always be in the description box down below. And right as I said that, 2 cards were left behind. No fucking way. Ooh, okay. Yo, my god. I just saw 1404. Okay. This is very interesting because I was doing like a personal kind of reading using these cards, and although I did not get the same exact cards that came out, we're getting the same exact vibe from these cards that came out, for the most part. So we did have a sun and moon card that came out. However, it was different. It was not this exact one. This is candle. But we have here this balance, this need for balance, as I mentioned. We have the sun and moon. So we have a lot of feminine, masculine energy here, a lot about growth, a lot about expansion, evolving, a lot about seeing things from different perspectives. So these are just like, how can I say, different from that, but definitely a need for perception shifts here. Underneath the deck, we had land, flower, moon. But it's very interesting the way that is. It's saying like follow your heart, allow your wisdom, your intuition, allow your higher self to bloom, to expand, to evolve within you. More meditative practices, yoga, I see Reiki, holistic health kind of vibes that I'm getting here. For some of you, this may be also in regards to gardening. Maybe you like to garden, that's your way of like meditating, focusing on plants. For some of you, maybe animals. For others of you, it may be painting or other creative pursuits that you really have been wanting to focus on. This is definitely saying find a balance between your night and your day life, your work life, your home life, your love life, your friendships, and all of that, finding a balance. And it needs to come from your heart, from within. The heart is the center. That is where the energy beams out of. I'm seeing it as a portal. A portal. You want to find balance, balancing out your chakras, but there is more here about the heart and the higher chakras as well. Okay, what I'm seeing for somebody here is that if you have been trying to do some magical workings, and it hasn't been working in the way that you've been wanting to in your favor. I just saw 1717, which is interesting because this card is number 17. So I'll read a little bit more into that moon energy. 7 and 1 make 8. 8 is about cycles. You may be in cycles where you're trying to do certain rituals or certain mindfulness practices, but you're getting caught up in cycles because your intentions are kind of out of balance. Perhaps it's not exactly as you say. It may be in this regard for some of you. But there's a lot here about needing to go within and continue to work through your shadows, to work within your feminine energy, healing your feminine energy, healing your masculine energy, finding balance there, trusting your intuition more. That's what I'm seeing here. And we have here fire, ancestor, fire, earth. Picked up some more cards, but we'll see here. So this is a fire energy, but I'm getting here like a flute or a wand or a staff. So for some of you, you may be a musician or wanting to incorporate magic or music into your magic, I should say. Excuse me. Perhaps you've been wanting to craft more sigils, go out into the wilderness or nature more often, going camping, stargazing, using a telescope or something here, collecting certain crystals. Then we have this one here, which I just hear oro, which is gold, so liquid gold. I heard liquid courage. Some of you are wanting to be more courageous in your life this year, wanting to move forward and change and evolve and expand, and really wanting to embody that energy of like, wow, those people never expected you to be the one to really get out of your comfort zone and to make something happen for yourself. What else am I getting here? Leadership qualities. I heard bougie. So perhaps some of you have been wanting to like spoil yourself and the people around you more, just wanting to like, I'm seeing like in my head somebody who's wanting to like declutter their old raggedy clothes and the things that don't fit them or don't suit them anymore, and really invest in making smarter decisions and choices in regards to getting things that really resonate with you, whether it's clothes or it's decor or it's I heard a car for somebody specific. Yes. But we have here the Star Lake, and we have pomegranate within this cup, and then seeing here maybe like rubies and garnets. I'm getting a lot of temptation. So just because something looks bright, because this is the Star card, so it's about hope, about healing, about desire, about moving towards that and using your imagination to really dream big. What I'm also getting here is to be aware of temptation, also to be aware not to overspend, just because something is shiny and pretty and golden doesn't mean that it really is, doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you. So I'm seeing here that there needs to be a lot of balance in regards to this. If you have any addictions or things that have been really tempting you out of being disciplined, courageous, really just wanting to move forward, things that are holding you back, like for example, I'm getting, if you're somebody who is trying to eat more healthy, not just because you want to lose weight or something or get to a healthier weight, like eat more, eat less, or whatever the case is for you, your goal in your body, I'm getting like, just because you have that super craving every once in a while or something doesn't mean that you have to fall for it, doesn't mean you have to indulge. So what I'm also getting here is a need for balance. Again, I keep getting reoccurring messages here of balance. So for example, it's not what you do, it is how much you do it, like everything in moderation. Even some left-hand path practitioners would say, yes, do as thy will, but like know your limit and know when enough is enough, or when you're giving too much power to something. You should never give all your power away. You should always have control over that yourself and make your own decisions, but don't let something rule over you. Not even like, even though we all get emotional and we all need to feel into those emotions, I'm getting here, don't allow them to make you lash out or something. There's a lot here also about like ripple effects that I'm seeing. Perhaps some of you don't realize how you have started a ripple effect in your life, and I'm seeing like both good and like positive and negative aspects of that. So you may have been acknowledging or seeing how that is playing out in your life right now. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and use this cat tarot. Oof. So we have the Page of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so not as good shuffled, but alright. So the last one we have is the Eight of Cups. So it's interesting here because all of these sword cards are reversed, and the only one upright is the the Eight of Cups. So I feel like what this is saying here is that some of you are in a deep illusion within yourself, very disillusioned of the reality of your surroundings, or the reality of where you really are at in your life right now, in your business, in your career, in your relationship, in your home life, whatever the case is. There's a lot of imbalances here. Maybe the voices of other people and yourself are in your head, and that is keeping you from moving forward. Eight of Cups is about moving forward, but it's saying here, and it landed on a Cups card, the Ace of Cups, that angel, got the King of Heaven, it is. And so what I feel here is like, this is saying mind over heart, choose your heart. Okay, so if your heart is really calling you to something, sorry if you heard that, if your mind is really calling you to something, stop making excuses and holding yourself back from accomplishing it, because your addictions, your disillusioned perspectives, there's a lot of clouds here. So there's a lot of cards, clouds in these cards, and this one they're in like a kind of castle, but I'm getting like a dungeon energy. Okay, so moving forward it's extremely important. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So if you want to move forward towards what it is that you really love, Two of Cups, relationship, stability in your home life, in your relationship with your friends, at work, whatever the case is, this is saying you really do have to walk away from the mentality that you have that's been holding you back. It's a new year. You have been procrastinating moving forward. Ten of Cups, if you really want the Ten of Cups, then you're going to have to move away from things that are keeping you from that. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose some runes. Some of you may feel a very strong connection with somebody, but may be quite fearful of, oh, interesting. Okay, so Three of Cups, which can symbolize third-party situations. And then under that we have the Seven of Swords, which can be about deceiving energy, and the Eight of Swords, which is about like keeping yourself stuck. So what I see here is there's this possibility for this beautiful connection to bloom and blossom, but you are self-sabotaging. So there's a lot of energy here about self-sabotage, so be careful, be mindful what it is that you really want. Mind over heart, you're gonna have to choose. And then the Five of Cups was underneath in reverse. So Five of Cups upright is about crying over the spilt milk, focusing on what you don't have. And in reverse, it's like if the cat was to look behind them, or the person, whatever. In this situation, it is a cat. So if the cat was to look behind them, they'd see that they have two more cups. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse, symbolizing make a decision. Just because your mind is clouded doesn't mean you have to stay that way. So make a decision. Two of Pentacles here, again about balance. And the Empress in reverse. Ten of Swords. Cute. Okay, I just pulled a chunk, and then we have what? The Eight of Wands. Don't be guarded. There's the Star card. The Star card. Okay, so don't be so heavily guarded. Okay. Again, there's a lot here about finding balance in your situation, and watering the plants, keeping track of where you're at, being realistic, and pruning what needs to be trimmed off. Let go of people, places, and things that are in the way, that are keeping you stuck. Not moving forward, but keeping you distracted. A lot of distractions have been going on. It's a new year. A lot of spirits may be speaking in our ear, trying to get us to remain in fear and doubt and hate and distrust and all of the above. So let's see what card comes out, or what rune. It's so hard to shuffle tiny decks, like decks that don't have very many cards. You would think it would be easier, but not really. What rune needs to come out today? Alright, so one of them is Jera. It's harvest. Interesting. It says reward, fruition, maturity, growth. And then spiritual meaning is right action, natural law. So this is the one that we had. I saw 3111, and then right after I said that was 3113. So definitely, if you remain focused and move forward towards what it is that you have been saying that you will, or what it is that you've been wanting to, then you will be rewarded. I heard rewarded handsomely. I just realized in this 7 of Cups, the cat is the center cup on the top. And as anybody would know who has had a cat or has lived with a cat, is that they really do put themselves first. No matter how much they love you. So what I'm getting from that is also to put yourself first. Love yourself first and foremost. You don't need people to validate your existence, your experience, your art, your talent, your profession, your whatever it is. You need to do that for yourself. You need to put yourself first. Rest, relax, repeat, do what you need to do, eat well, be healthy, focus on your health, focus not only externally but internally as well. So your mental health, your physical health, like your connections. We have Ansus. This is wisdom, earthly meaning learning, communication, tradition, contemplation, wise counsel. Spiritual meaning divine aid, creative spark, initiation. Okay. So this year is like an initiation for your business, for your that next stage in your life. It's kind of like what I'm getting here. Spirit is testing you. How devoted are you really to your craft, or how devoted are you really to your business, or to your friendships, or to your romantic connection, to your family? How devoted are you? I was hearing this song, like, how deep is your love? But it's like, in my head there was another song I heard, other lyrics. How deep is your love? It's like the ocean, my devotion, something like that, I don't know. Devotional. If there's spirits you have been working with, they've been there for you. Have you been there for them? Like, are you communicating with them? Are you opening up to them? Are you listening? I feel like for some of you, you have been trying to connect, but not really wholly there. We have Dagas. Again, forgive me, I'm sure I'm pronouncing them terribly. This is day, earthly meaning hope, relief, clarity, understanding, progress, and spiritual meaning destiny, higher consciousness, and mutability. Okay. And underneath we have Urus. This is wild ox. Strength, courage, determination, opportunity, initiation, life change, destiny. And didn't I even use that word? Initiation. This is like an initiation for the year. I saw 3553, and after I realized that it was like 55. So again, be mindful of the changes that you need to make in your life, and really be honest with yourself if you have been making those changes, or if your progress is too slow, if you've been procrastinating too much, or what's the word? Yeah. To sidetracked, or that just made me think of aloof, like maybe too aloof. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this part of the deck to see like what rune should you carry with yourself, whether you draw it on a piece of paper or you actually have a rune set. What rune should you keep with you while you're working on establishing these changes in your life? We have Wunjo. It says, carry this card for joy and happiness, harmony in partnerships, positive family relations, and good teamwork. So I would highly recommend that you hold on to this, that you draw it on yourself, that you keep a piece of paper with it on you, perhaps put it as your wallpaper background. I don't know, just put it somewhere, carry it with you, because this will really help you in your life right now. Bring in that balance that we have been talking about. And again, it says joy and happiness, harmony in partnerships, positive family relations, and good teamwork. So this really does tie in everything that we've been talking about today, and finding balance in all of those aspects of your life, but not being afraid to move forward and do what it is that you need to do and such. Okay, so I think we're done for today. Any more messages? Anything else? Okay, I'm going to actually pull from this deck. And I feel like this deck might give a little bit more information on something that you need to focus on specifically. Interesting. Throat chakra and balance. Remember how earlier all of those cat sword cards were in reverse, and I was mentioning about communication style and everything, and then we're mentioning about balance, moon and sun energy here, 2 of cups, 2 of pentacles type of energy. So that's very interesting. You're gonna have to control your mind, control yourself, and be honest with yourself. What it is that you really need and what it is you really need to let go of. We have here the crown chakra and the throat chakra. So, really find balance. Like, you know within yourself that you have been needing to find balance. I'm also getting Wheel of Fortune energy here. This is number 2. So that destiny, or that whatever it is, that opportunity that you had been wanting to present itself to you, is on halt because you are on halt. So if people see that you're not making strides towards what it is that you say that you want to make strides toward, they're just going to leave you behind, is the kind of energy that I'm getting. There's no time for excuses and feeling bad and all of that in business, is what I'm getting. So, like, you want to be a successful business person? Well, you're going to have to push through all of the everything going on in your life. You'll have to push through and make it happen anyway. Like, especially if you are a sole proprietorship of your own business, you're the only one that can make it. You're the only one that can make it happen. So I have master. So master what it is that you love, what it is you're trying to bring into your life. Don't keep it caged up. Allow it to expand and evolve. And then just breathe, is saying, like, be calm, be patient, but not patient to where you lose steam in doing anything, but be patient to where you continue to make steady progress. So I'm getting like the tortoise and the hare type of energy here. So let's go ahead and see if any cards want to come out specifically and not just under the deck energy. We have darkest fears in reverse. So what is keeping you from achieving all of this balance? What is keeping you from having the happy home, relationship, business, partnerships, work life? Is fear. Fears are holding you back. And it's like a cycle of fear that keeps coming in and out of your life. And you know this. You know that it's fear that has been holding you back. And then we had listen. What's this one? That master in reverse. So in order for you to master what it is that you want, you really have to listen to your heart over your mind, because your mind is what is perpetuating this fear-based energy. You don't need to be in a fear-based energy. You are protected, you are watched over, you are taken care of, you have everything that you need, and then some, and you need to be more grateful for what it is that you do have in front of you. So the lesson is actually number 2, and it looks like she's wearing like an amethyst. So maybe there's something here about amethyst or purple color, working on your intuition, developing on your psychic gifts, your spiritual practice. Definitely developing those skills will help you in your everyday life, come into more alignment and being able to master like manifestation energy, like you're trying to manifest. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I hope that this message helped. If it resonated and you'd like to share a little bit of your situation, then feel free. But I hope that everything is well and that things continue to get well and progress in your life. Don't keep yourself stuck. You know the truth of the matter. You know the truth of what's holding you back, and only you can do something about it. Alright, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.